Hi guys, it's Alex. So I hope you're keeping safe and well out there. So a housing market update video for you all. So elevated mortgage rates combined with economic constraints like escalating unemployment are slated to sadly exert further downward pressure on property prices, according to the OBR's recent projections. Now, despite the slowdown, OBR envisions a 10.7% surge in property prices for this year, yet the following years might paint a different picture, with a 1.2% drop in 23, a more noticeable 5.7% tumble in 24, and from 25 onwards, a gradual climb in property prices that might outpace any growth in your guys' income, surging to a predicted 1.2% in 25 and 3.5% by 27. So again, with everything being reported and the variation in figures in data, it's essential to note the variability across the UK's housing landscape. Each region tells a different tale, so speaking to an agent about the housing market in London will probably be a completely different conversation compared to one in Leeds, for example. For instance, only by 2020 did North East England see prices return to pre-2008 crash levels. Conversely, Northern Ireland's property prices still trail their zenith from before the crisis. So, with ever tightening wallets, aspiring homeowners are increasingly turning to family, seeking help to amass their deposits. Now, alarming stats show 81% of first-time buyers find the current cost of living crisis a major hurdle in saving for their deposit. Many even question if they'll ever be able to buy a home. Now, since I started staging in the 1990s, the average age people move out has changed dramatically. Come March 25, and we'll witness the rollback of stamp duty reductions. This move is poised to significantly sway purchasing decisions. Other recent announcements might reshape diverse facets of the housing sector, such as social housing tenants in England can expect heftier rent bills, albeit not as astronomical as initially projected. So in a recent announcement, Jeremy Hunt capped the 23 and 24 social rent hike at 7%, a deviation from the previously anticipated 11%. So this sidesteps shared ownership and private sector rents. On another note, buy-to-let landlords, which include those owning a second home after merging households, might brace for a steeper capital gains tax upon selling. So the property market is in flux with varied implications for buyers, sellers and renters. A dilemma has many stumped. Is the right time to buy now? Well, rewind a few decades and the cost of homes seemed at the time manageable, although I'm sure your dad will or has told you what a struggle it was. But fast forward to March 21 and the average cost of a home in the UK has surged to 65 times compared to what it was in the 70s. Yet interestingly, wages only saw an increase of about 35%. Mortgage costs might maintain their lofty status, staying higher than what homeowners have savoured in the past decade, but current interest rates for common 2 or 5 year rate plans, however, hovering just around the 6% mark. Recent data from September 23 showcases an intriguing twist. House prices apparently dipped by 0.5%. Experts now whisper about the possibility of a 5% decline in prices throughout 2023. However, as I've discussed in previous videos, what properties are selling for last year at the peak compared to the figures that have been achieved at now is completely all over the place. In some cases, nearly 15% where I'm working in the southwest, it's come down by. So the honest truth is double-digit reductions and deals have already begun happening and are being done now. Just because it says sold subject to contract on the property websites doesn't mean it achieved that price. It's about being in the right place at the right time, finding an agent you trust and getting out there and viewing properties. Any decent agent will be happy showing you houses. It's their job. And my advice, view everything, absolutely everything. Agents value on the whole, mostly on a mathematical basis, basically. Buyers mostly buy on emotion and feeling, and houses are only worth, like anything, what somebody's willing to pay for it. So with what I've told you, and evidenced by the reported current 4.2% average discount from asking prices, 2023 might just be the golden year for many to step onto the property ladder. So if you're gearing up to take that leap into home ownership, firstly, aligning with a proficient mortgage broker is paramount, and stay in touch with them. Remember, your limit isn't your budget. Now, a pivotal detail to remember, most mortgage offers have a 6-month validity, so to optimise your buying capacity and seal a favourable deal, timely decisions are essential. And while we're on the subject of monies, on the subject of prices, a lot of questions I've been asked a lot, or a question I've been asked a lot recently, is what if you see things like guide price or offers over on the marketing material or on the property portals? Well, Any really good estate agent's job is to find the best quality buyer paying the highest possible price. Quite simply, real estate agents do not own what they are selling. So unlike the car dealer who buys the car for $3,000 and sells it hopefully for say $5,000 making a profit, estate agents are at heart a marketing company. The vendor instructing them is purely paying for their experience, their client bank, and obviously the quality of the marketing that they offer. However, agents do this to make the price loose and make it simple. In the hopeful case, they get more than one buyer offering on the house. It's easier for the agent to then ask for a potential best and final offer, that may exceed the marketing price. Whereas if a house is advertised at $499,995 with no wording, and someone offers that they then don't understand why it's not been agreed to them, even when other parties are offering as well. And believe me, this is still happening in some cases. However, with $500,000 guide price on it, it's basically advertising that it's in the vicinity of that figure. So for you as a buyer, do not be put off by it. Or if you view it, offer what you want regardless of what it says on the brochure. All offers, no matter how high or how low, have to be put forward by the agent to the vendor by law. And that is regardless of the agent's professional view or personal opinion of the amount you have put forward. It's not the agent's hard-earned money being spent, nor is it their decision to make. Offer purely, after viewing it, what you are comfortable with, and then increase in small increments. And if it goes higher than you wanted to pay, well, that's life. You just keep searching. So if you have any questions on this, as always, please reach out to me and I'll try and help. So moving on, spring and summer historically emerge as peak house buying seasons. This one's been a trying one, but thanks to the abundance of available property anomalies, better viewing weather, lawns can be mowed, gardens look better, etc., etc. However, the quieter winter months can be ideal for those hunting for unique deals in a less competitive market with less people about. If you take it this way, it's a bit like going shopping for a convertible car in winter. You're probably going to have less competition, and as such, prices will potentially be lower, or you have more chance of a low offer being accepted. Plus, keep an eye on those dates it was listed, obviously on the property portals, as this will help to give you further bargaining power, as the longer it sits there, obviously no one wants it. So as economic storms brew and a rabid media feeds and preys on your concerns, it's natural to feel hesitant. With increasing inflation and escalating mortgage rates, buying a house might still seem daunting. So the £1 million question, buy now or wait for 2024? Truth is, there's no right or wrong answer. In fact, I'm even busy preparing next year's video of should I buy in 2024 or wait until 2025. Wait for that one. So while we've seen mortgage interest rates begin to stabilise in 23, with a hint at the usual pre-pandemic 4 to 4.5% levels, they're unpredictable. With the Bank of England raising its base rate consistently, a swift decision might be in your best interest. And if you are worried about buying and the value dropping, well, the reality is you're not selling unless a disaster happens where you suddenly have to. If that question is gnawing at you, maybe you're with the wrong partner and it's a relationship issue, guys, not a house price issue. Rents have increased so much recently. My worry for you is you rent due to fear of a house you buy dropping in value, and then find yourself in a situation you're stuck in as your income is consumed by monthly outgoings and you find it impossible to then save. So a big sorry to all the mums and dads out there if you're watching this, but if you're sat home with your parents, my personal advice is while you can to amass as much money away behind you as you can. Stay at home, build an emergency fund, a buffer in your day-to-day account that you use for normal bills and things, and further savings that won't be being used as your house deposit. Yes, you might even need to get a second job, but hard work's a great thing. It won't kill you, and trust me, you'll learn from it. You're going to need a lot of money to have a home you can pay for without constant worry if bills or rates change, and to still support a lifestyle I all feel you deserve. So on a final note, if you've been looking for a property currently, or you're a vendor looking to sell, I'm offering free one-on-one advice to the first few people that get in touch. So email me on the Gmail in the description. I'm happy to take an unbiased look at your property description on the portals and offer advice you can pass on to your agent. Or if you're looking for a property, reach out and I'm happy to help try and advise on any concerns you may have or anything you want to ask me about the properties you're looking at. Now, I can't promise to get to you all, but I'll try and help as many out there as I can. So guys, the journey to home ownership is intricate, filled with challenges, opportunities, bad advice, and hard decisions. Stay informed, be proactive, and most importantly, keep following the channel for more insights. Thanks for watching. Comment below if you have any questions or anything you would like me to cover in future videos. I'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. Take care.